Supergirl and Game of Thrones came out today. And you know, I think Supergirl might have had the better story. Greetings, geeks and geekerellas. It is me, I am back for Supergirl, as that pre-intro implied. And quick little clarification. If you go back and you watch my review of Game of Thrones, you will notice that I said that I thought that it was a really good episode. Technically, it was shot well, it was acted well, but story-wise, it wasn't that great. So story-wise, I'm saying I think Supergirl might be better. So let's talk about it. But before we do, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back and tell me what you think in the comments down below. So, Supergirl, how am I going to talk about this? Well, let's go for talking about it in 3 parts. One story with Lena, James, and Lillian. Yes, Lillian's back. Then another story with Brainy, Nia, and Jean. Oh boy. And then the last one of Kara and Alex. And technically their mom too. So 2 moms in the same episode. Cool. And it was the Mother's Day episode. If that wasn't on purpose, synchronicity, holy crap. I tip my hat to you. Let's start off with the first one. The Lena, James, and Lillian story. You see, Lena confronts Ben about everything and tells him that it was all oh yeah, there's also a story with Ben. So 4 stories. But anyway, so Lena tells Ben about everything and about Lex. And she in turn finds out that he has injected himself with a raw version of the Harinel serum. So she's like, shit, I need to get on that. But I need help because I cannot get through this on my own. Mama. But she wants Lillian to actually help her, so she uses the truth, a baby version of the truth alien Colonel Haley used to try to find out who Supergirl was back in the day. And she also poisons Lillian, which we later find out that yes, she actually did poison her. Good on you, Lena. But anyway, they work together. They have some nice moments where Lillian does finally reveal that she actually does love Lena. Honestly. And then James is freaking out because of the Harinel stuff. Lena wants to cure him. He wants to keep his strength because he's like, I don't know what's going to come next, especially with Lockwood. So Lillian comes up with a way to inject more Harinel in him to equal him out. That was their story. And just because I mentioned it, briefly talk about Ben. Ben Lockwood finds out all the stuff from Lena, so he goes to Lex's safe house and finds out the truth from... Sorry, I've also watched Game of Thrones, and that was a hell of an episode. Also, it is like 1 a.m. filming this. But anyway, the new Metallo. He goes up against him because he's like, I've told you everything, so now I have to kill you. So instead, Ben Lockwood takes out the kryptonite and kills him. That's Ben's story. Oh yeah, and he's also losing his hair and dependent on shooting up himself with the hair now. That's clearly gonna end well. He's physically and mentally degrading. Then let's talk about the Brainy, Nia, and Jean story. They find out what the Children of Liberty are doing with all the aliens that they abduct. They have this like plot where they're taking them off world and then using them to power a new like death ray thing, like the one that almost Manchester Black used to kill the White House. But things don't go exactly according to plan. Brainy is kind of blinded by his feelings for Nia and wanting to please her because he's in love, or at least was, because the Agents of Liberty capture Nia and Brainy when they try to go all Star Wars, and Brainy tries to pretend to be Ben Lockwood, fails miserably at it, and so they get captured and Brainy gets tortured, and when he does, his brain, I'm not sure completely what happened, but I think he kind of synced with his modern day ancestor, which, if you know who that is, the original Brainiac. So, he's not evil, but he has no emotions and he's very callous. He does free himself, beat up all the bad guys, but then comes up with a plan where Nia and Brainy have to be captured so that she can create like a dream hologram to tell them where they are so they can retrieve everyone, because that is the logical thing to do, because screw feelings. I don't care if you hate this is the most logical plan, and if it fails, I will just think of something else. Whew. I think that is very hinting at either Brainiac 5 going evil, or Brainiac himself coming in next season. Because we are getting season 5, and typically CW season 5s tend to be big. That's their story, but the main story is with Kara teaming up with Alex to try to find Red Daughter and defeat Red Daughter, but Kara keeps trying to push Alex away, but Alex won't never say no, and then Alex finds Red Daughter's base, and she's like, what the hell? She's stalking my sister. She still hadn't put it together. Her brain is flashing. She's having flashes of different memories with her sister, because apparently the failed adoption from last week is her brain trying to heal from that, is jogging loose memories with her adopted sister, which that does actually make sense, and I'm glad that they did that, because in the end, Red Daughter and Kara have this awesome fight where Red Daughter actually pulls out new powers, beats the crap out of Supergirl, and technically kills Supergirl. Her heart stops. But then Alex, right at that time, remembers, and Mom is there, and somehow Kara pulls solar energy from the grass and comes back alive. The Danvers Sisters have a nice, touching reunion. Aww. But then, as they're recovering and everything, turn on TV. Lex, using a new version of the Lexo suit, powered by the Death Ray, a mini version of the Death Ray, has killed Supergirl and saved the day. So his plan worked. Yay! Next week will be all about trying to figure it. Stop him, and I think maybe redeeming Red Daughter, because I really think that there's redeeming for her. Especially because they brought back Mikhail, who she cared for. And when she finds out that he's alive, and that it was Lex who faked his death and actually wanted to kill him, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Next time you see me will be for, yay, Legends of Tomorrow, where we're still dealing with Evil Ray, who's now also turning into Evil Steve Jobs. That'll be interesting. Thank you guys for watching again. Till next time, and beyond. I'm too tired from TV to come up with a clever outro joke thing. Bye bye.